I got kicked out of a TA.
If he goes and gets food at all, and they go anywhere besides that fuel desk, I will sticker him, yes sir.
How can you expect the driver to abide by something that he doesn't even know about? Fired the truck up, pulled forward to the yellow line. Like I always do. Like every truck driver does at every truck stop in America when they get done fueling. I was wrong. I should have just parked.
This is the sticker right here. Yep. Final warning.
I wasn't warned.
Final warning.
Nobody contacted me. I wasn't paged over the intercom.
Never got a first warning.
Because I would have immediately sprung into action, went right to the fuel desk.
You need to get the stickers off my window. Get them off my window.
Yeah. What's going on, Fr8 Nation? Welcome back to the channel, man. I gotta tell you guys, we go through a lot of stuff out here as drivers, and sometimes some of the things just don't make sense. I mean, they really just don't make sense. And that's one of the things that I learned early on in trucking is nothing in logistics is logical. You gotta remember that. So if I was to ask any of you drivers, okay, I'm not talking to the new guys that are coming in the industry or haven't really experienced anything yet. I'm talking to the experienced guys, the guys that have been out here for longer than 5 minutes, okay? If I was to ask any of you guys, when you were in your travels and you're going to fuel a truck, you're going to fuel your truck, and you fuel your truck, what's the process? What do you do? You're not trying to stay at the truck stop. You're not trying to get a shower. You're not trying to sit down and eat. You're trying to fuel your truck and you got to keep moving. What's the process? Most would probably answer, hey, I'm going to fuel my truck. I'm going to hang the pump up. I'm going to pull to the yellow line, go inside and handle what I got to handle. Because I know, as a driver, being respectful and courteous of other drivers, I'm going to try to be as quick as possible. That's what my answer would be. And that's what I generally do. And this is what I attempted to do here. Now, before I give you guys this video of what actually happened, and it's just pieces of it because I'm not going to do the whole 40-minute video. It's just uncalled for. I'll give you a breakdown of what happened. I pulled into the fuel island at the TA Oklahoma City West, and I had all intentions of fueling and continuing rolling. I had just started my shift, okay? And I had driven 6 miles to get to this TA. I had to get some fuel, and I wanted a cup of coffee. I didn't even realize I was going to get any food, really, because I had no idea about that. I just wanted a cup of coffee and some fuel to get my morning started. I show up at the fuel pump. Literally, I changed into off-duty while I was waiting because the fuel pumps were decently busy. The guy I pulled behind was just sitting in his truck, but that's okay. 1301, I pulled up. The guy in front of me was just sitting in his truck. I can see him in his mirror moving around or whatever. A couple minutes go by, and he gets out of his truck, starts fueling. And I'm like, typical. You know, it's just the way it goes. No big deal. You know, I see people like this, and I'm just like, you know what? I can get mad about it, or I can, you know, show some grace and mercy. You never know what somebody's going in, you know, what they're going through in their life. I don't know what's going on in this guy's life. I mean, his wife could have left him something. You know, the guy might just need a few minutes. So let's just give him a few minutes. So I didn't think nothing about it. I'm just busy kind of tidying up in the truck, doing whatever, waiting on the guy to move. Well, and I would have went to the very last fuel island. Problem was, is it was so backed up to the road that if I would have parked behind the last truck that was there were already 2 trucks there waiting, I would have been in the driveway, and I didn't want to block the driveway. So the guy next, I was in the 4th island over from the store. The guy next to him, the guy that I was waiting on, pulled forward. So I said, all right, well, I'll just back up, get in that fuel island. So I got my fuel. I hung the fuel pump up at 1322. Okay, it's time-stamped on the receipt. Can't argue with timestamps. And I hung my pump up. I closed my tank. I took my gloves off, put them in the side box, got in my truck, put my code in, fired the truck up, pulled forward to the yellow line. Like I always do. Like every truck driver does at every truck stop in America when they get done fueling. It's just a standard practice and procedure. I proceeded to go inside. And I realized that when I go inside and get my receipt, think nothing of it. I realize they have a Fazoli's in there. I'm like, man, Fazoli's would be pretty nice if I can get it pretty quick. So I know I need coffee, so I try to be time conscious. I set my coffee cup down at the coffee maker, go to Fazoli's, place my order, come back and make my coffee, pay for my coffee, okay, go to Fazoli's, get my order, I'm back out the truck. Didn't even use the restroom, okay. By the time I get back into my truck, I see that there are two big orange stickers. Not just one on the driver's side window, but one on the passenger side window as well. Never had this happen in 8 years out here, okay? Especially being a paying customer at an establishment. I wasn't warned. Nobody contacted me. I wasn't paged over the intercom because I would have immediately sprung into action, went right to the fuel desk, said, ma'am, I'm so sorry, that's my truck. Do I need to move it now? I've had this happen before, been paged, and because you're waiting on something or something, and I have no problem righting my wrongs. And looking back on this, I should have just parked. I should have. But when you're at those fuel islands at the TA in Oklahoma City West, you're looking forward and everything is full. I mean, it's just ridiculously full. I had no intentions to stay. So I was trying to be as quick as possible. I was trying to be time conscious. And yes, I should have just parked. But that's not really what this video is about. It's not whether I was right and wrong, which, like I said, I was wrong. I should have parked if I was going to get food, okay? Let's just take a look at the video, see what you think.
Dustin has decided I got fuel pulled forward so the other driver could get fuel to go inside and get a cup of coffee and actually get food. I've been there for 15, 16 minutes. This guy goes and puts stickers on my doors.
I'm not gonna be a dick, bro.
You are being a dick, though. I asked you, did you put it on there? And I asked you nicely, will you please get it off my truck?
I can't take it off your truck, no.
You can't take it off my truck?
No, you cannot.
Okay. You need to get the stickers off my window. Get them off my window.
That's my job, bro. You're not supposed to sit in this fuel lane.
Driver that gets fuel, you guys stick stickers on their thing. You don't let them go inside.
If they go inside, they go get food and don't move out of the fuel lane when the other guys are fueling. Yes, we will sticker them. Right there, you can pull up the park.
So park in the handicap. So make an illegal maneuver. Okay, or block your shop off instead of pull up. So what's the yellow line right there for?
Walk back there and see how the 40.
What's the yellow line for? Is what I'm trying to figure out. What's the yellow line there for?
For you to pull up and get your receipt.
Pull up to go inside. Okay, and that's exactly what I did.
So
what about this guy over here sitting here? What's the timer? 8 minutes? 9 minutes?
If he goes and gets food at all and they go anywhere besides that fuel desk, I will sticker him. Yes, sir.
So you will literally put stickers on people's trucks?
Yes, sir.
And at the TA and TA West, Oklahoma City?
Yes, sir.
So that guy's been sitting there since I've been out here. I'm waiting to see how long it's going to take before he gets stickered. He's still sitting there not doing anything. Just sitting there. The guy gets paid to sit here and sticker trucks on my property, putting stuff on my windows. And if you could tell, I'm blocking nobody. There's nobody there. There was a guy that pulled up behind me while I was inside, and the guy, I guess he got his fuel and he backed out. I was doing my very best to get outside. I come out, there's 2 stickers on my truck. Final warning, I never got a first warning. This is the sticker right here. Yep, final warning. Yeah, he put it on both doors because I went inside to go get food. I filled up my truck and he put stickers on my doors. Yeah. That right there to me to be a obstruction of somebody's property. I mean, you're not supposed to touch people's stuff. You know, doesn't make any sense to me at all. We're gonna go inside and get some information so we can report you guys to corporate, because this ain't right. You guys are ridiculous. He's not going to cooperate. I just need to see who the manager's name is. I need all the contacts. So I'm about to report you guys to corporate because this ain't right. Drivers shouldn't be harassed like this. Need a few minutes to get a cup of coffee and food. I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't have time for this. I've got it all on video too, so I'm just going to send it to corporate and we're just going to see what happens, because this is not right to treat people like this, paying customers like this. Didn't do anything wrong.
I don't know why nobody is answering.
That's okay, ma'am. I could just.
I'm fixing to page it.
I just need a name so I can report it to corporate. I'm fine with it.
Get out to NatioN customers. I need Sean or Patty to the fuel desk, please. Sean or Patty to the fuel desk. Thank you.
Literally getting paid to sit there and play on his phone and stick stickers on trucks.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
are you recording?
You're recording, 100%.
So
Tell me what you just said to me. I
I'm
better leave?
I'm going to get there.
No, tell me. I better leave.
Because you cussed out my employee.
I didn't cuss your
Because
employee.
now
It's
you-
on video, Sean.
Okay.
I didn't cuss your
You're
guy out.
refusing to leave the fuel island. You're blocking other people getting out.
I had no
You
problem
already
leaving
had-
the fuel island,
Okay,
Sean. I
brilliant.
asked your guy to take the stickers off my truck. You guys refused.
Okay, so
There's the stickers right there. This is the site manager, Sean. What was your name, ma'am? Miss Patty. This is just because. What gives you guys the right to stick stickers? Because I got to send it to corporate, man. I got to send.
I'm gonna go call corporate right now.
And you're the one that doesn't want to hear anybody talk.
No, you.
I'm taking the stickers off.
Okay.
We're
But
good to
you
go.
gotta leave. I'm gonna go call Prime.
Don't worry.
And I'm gonna go
Call
call
them.
Street Services for
Call
your
them.
apartment, okay?
Call them.
And let them know.
Yeah, call them. Because this is his fault and it's your fault
Okay.
for not upholding
Are
it.
you still recording? It is
Yeah,
your
still
fault
recording.
because
Yeah.
you blocked a guy from leaving.
Didn't
He
block a guy from
complained.
leaving.
They paged you.
If
you still didn't come.
me getting a cup of coffee and grabbing an order,
Right. How long were you in there?
I was feeling longer than
How
he
long
was
were you-
there.
How long were you in there?
Let's take a look.
Okay, you don't want to say it.
No, let's take a look. Let's go to the
I know,
logs.
You were in there for
The logs don't lie. Let's
From
take a
the
look.
time-
So they refused to, he's still standing there, wouldn't take the stickers off. So as you can see, I got them off right here. I had no choice because they were obstructing the view out of the windows. The guy, Sean, was absolutely no help, the manager. So you're not allowed to park, pull up and park here at the TA in West Oklahoma City and go inside. You have to go park out in the parking lot. As you can see, there was an altercation, and I want to apologize firsthand because I was getting in my feels a little bit. All right, I'm already a big loud guy, and I already carry a presence. My voice just talking right now is probably blowing your eardrums out, and I don't mean to be that way. It's just the way it is. It's the way I am. So when you have a phone right here and you're trying to record somebody, I already felt like this was going to be an issue. Okay. And the statement that I actually gave TA will be in the description below because I reported it to corporate and I reported it to Prime because he reported it on me. He literally called Prime as soon as I left. I was going to let it go till yesterday evening and then do the report. You know what? I stopped. Bro, I mean, once I realized he called Prime in on me, I was like, oh, well, checkmate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to figure this out. So I want to apologize for my behavior, guys, because I did get a little frustrated. And I can tell you guys, looking back, I should have never even let it got that far. So that's another my bad. Same thing as if I would have thought I was going to get food when I first walked in there, I should have parked. It would have been the courteous thing to do. But that's not really my point of this video, okay? I was wrong, all right? I'm admitting it before the super truckers in the comments go, every time I fuel, I park every single time. Don't matter if I just need 10 minutes. No, you don't. You don't. Okay? Every truck driver in America fuels their truck. Some don't even fuel. They just sit in the fuel island. Okay? They don't even pull to the yellow line. But they pull up to that yellow line, they go inside and they do what they got to do. Now, I can understand the stickers if I would have been paged over and over. Okay, I can understand those stickers, justify those stickers. If I had went inside and sat down to eat, I could justify those stickers if I stayed at the fuel pump, okay, and never fueled, just got out of my truck, went and got a shower, went and started my laundry, or did, like I said, sat down and ate. I could understand those stickers if I had blocked their driveway, their main driveway. If I'd have blocked their scale lane, if I'd have blocked their shop, if I would have, done any of that, I could understand those stickers. But here's the kicker. Here's the thing that most people don't understand. There's two things, okay? Through this whole altercation, number one, they lied about the time frame. They said I was in there way longer than what I was. The receipt is timestamped for 13:22 when I hung the pump up. I started recording. I checked the live, and I'll throw it up right here. The first recording was set at 13:44. So from 13:22 to 13:44, 22 minutes. And you got to remember, I had time to walk out to my truck, look on both sides of these stickers, set my stuff down inside before I even started recording. So I was probably back out there at minute 20, minute 19, something like that, before I actually confronted the guy. So here's the thing. I don't agree with the policy that you're not allowed. The guy said in the video, if you go past that fuel desk, he's going to sticker your truck. He's going to call a tow truck, okay? He literally said it. I don't agree with that policy.
I agree that drivers being constrained by a clock and constricted by a clock, our whole lives are deemed by time. We need the time to go inside and use the restroom, get something to drink, get something to eat, okay? Anytime I've ever gotten to a fuel island, I can expect just 30 minutes minimum being sitting there. I mean, waiting on guys, pull up and fuel, get their stuff done. You know, it's not a 5-minute thing. You're not going to get your fuel, get out of there in 5 minutes. It's just not going to happen. I feel like they have unrealistic expectations and unrealistic policies in place, okay? But here's the thing. I will abide by whatever is whatever business and whatever establishment I'm at requires. If I'm there patronizing your business and you ask me to say, hey man, you can't come in the store, you know, unless you sanitize your hands first. Okay, no problem. I'll sanitize my hands. Just because I don't agree with it doesn't mean that, you know, I'm not going to do it. And if I'm not going to do it, I'm going to leave the establishment. It's their prerogative to set whatever policies in place they want. But here's the kicker. If you don't post it for the driver, okay, if you don't have a sign at the pump and you don't have a sign on the door when the driver's walking in saying, hey, if you have pulled up to the yellow line and you are doing more than getting a receipt, you will be stickered. Your truck will be stickered with warning stickers, and we will call a tow truck. If you don't give the driver that awareness of knowledge, how can the driver abide by it? Okay? Seems to me one of two things is happening. All right? Either they just hate their jobs and they hate truckers. Okay? Which is probably fair to say. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't like us. They should probably find a new career to work in. Or they have some kind of inside money racket with a tow truck company that says, hey, you let me tow 20 trucks off your lot a week, I'll give you some kickbacks. That's just a theory of mine. I don't know. But like I said, if the policy's in place, it needs to be posted for the driver so they know. Okay. Number two, what about the passenger vehicles up front? Now, when you stop and get fuel in your passenger vehicle, your four-wheeler at home, when you get through fueling, do you pull up and find somewhere to park? No. You lock your car, you go inside, you do whatever. I mean, there's families, literally RVs, that will park and whole families go inside and they go eat. They're sitting there at the pump. I didn't see one vehicle stickered out front that was sitting there longer than I was. Not one. Why is that policy upheld for the driver that is constricted by time, but not the average customer in a passenger vehicle? So that's the other thing that got me. So TA has got to do better. Truckers don't deserve to be treated that way. I asked the guy nicely to remove the stickers from my truck. He said, no, absolutely not. I'm not going to do it. I said, I have no problem moving my truck. I'm here. Just please remove the stickers from my truck. And he literally said, you know, I'm not trying to be a dick. And I'm like, yeah, you are. You are being a dick. Like right now, I'm asking you nicely and you won't abide by that request. But yet you want me to abide by your request. This is what I'm talking about. You know, there was no leeway. There was no leniency. I wasn't asking for any special treatment or any special favors. You vandalized my vehicle. Get the vandalized material off my truck. I didn't ask you to do that. It'd be like me if I decided to go put Fr8 Nation stickers or O.T.R stickers all over the windows. What's going to happen? They're going to call the cops, right? I'm vandalizing their building. Same thing. So it wasn't right. And for lack of better terminology, it wasn't fair. Okay. They never paged me. I wasn't in there longer than what I said I was in there for. I've got timestamps to prove it. Okay. What was the issue? Somebody just had a chip on their shoulder. That's all it was. I can almost, if without looking at their video footage that they have, if they have any, I can almost guarantee that as soon as I got out of sight, he went over there and stickered that truck. Because that other truck, I sat out there and watched forever. He never walked up to that truck. He never stickered it. That guy was there the whole time. Never put a sticker on it. I think what happened was he saw a prime truck, said, man, I'm going to give this newbie a run for his money. I'm going to show him, you know, what's up. I'm going to teach him a lesson. Yeah, I'm not a newbie. Okay? But now I do have PTSD for fuel islands. I'm so worried about stickers now. Jeez. It's rough out here, guys. I'm telling you, the stuff that you deal with. And like I said, I apologize for my behavior, guys, and I understand 100%. If I had known I was going to get food to begin with, I should have found somewhere to park. It was my fault. but I didn't deserve to be treated that way in the long run. I wasn't paged. Nobody came and found me. In fact, I have a YouTube viewer of mine who's probably watching this video right now. We had a discussion last night about this exact TA. And just a few weeks ago, he was in line at the Popeyes at this TA. And the TA Oklahoma City West, TA number 0059. He was at this Popeyes, and there was a driver that was in the fuel island for an excessive amount of time. They came and found him. Walked up to him personally and said, "Sir, if you would, we need you to move your truck, please." I would have had no problem with that. And that guy got enraged by it. I would have been like, "Oh, yes, ma'am, I'm so sorry. Let me get out of the way here. No problem." I have no problem abiding by an establishment's policies if they're posted and if I'm aware of them. But how can you expect the driver to abide by something that he doesn't even know about? There's no sign saying, "Driver, you will be potentially towed if you don't pull off the yellow line within 8 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever the case may be." There's no time limit posted. There's literally nothing. So how do I know about it if you don't tell me? How do other drivers know about it? So me and my wife did a little bit of research. We started checking the Trucker Path, Google reviews for this place. I'm not the first one. And unless corporate steps up and does something about it, and the patronizing drivers that are spending their hard-earned money at this establishment, I won't be the last. And unfortunately, it's this kind of bullying and stuff that these establishments get to take advantage of drivers over, because the industry is all about money. That's all it is. They just want your money. Once they get their money, they don't care about you. So, guys, word to the wise. This is going to be a little piece of advice. Take it from me, because I'm learning every single day. If you think for 1 second that you're going to do anything other but get a receipt, okay, always pull up and park, okay, because it's not worth it. It's not worth all this, man. That took another 3 hours out of my day writing this statement, contacting people, dealing with Prime, dealing with TA. It's just not worth it. And then I'm doing this video too. But hopefully this is a learning experience for somebody that's new to the industry, guys. Once you fuel, do not sit at the fuel pump. Okay, do not sit at the yellow line. Pull up and park, guys. Don't be a douchebag like me, apparently, and end up with stickers on your truck. So that's gonna be it today, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys feel about it. If I was in the right or I was in the wrong, if the establishment was in the right or they were in the wrong. And guys, post up, man, some reviews on there. If you guys have had this similar issue at this truck stop or other truck stops, post it up. You know, the biggest thing that I can tell you guys in this industry is if we don't voice our concerns, nobody is going to hear them. The reason that this establishment gets away with this type of treatment for drivers is because people just deal with it. They come out to their trucks, they peel the stickers off, and they leave. They don't say anything. Guys, be heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, let your voice be heard. Do your very best to do the next right thing. I shouldn't have got that upset with that guy, man. I feel really bad about that. I shouldn't have got upset with either of them like that. But they have my blood boiling, man. I don't, as a father of 5, I don't deal well with stupid. I really don't, man. When stuff doesn't make sense, when stuff is not logical, it's hard for me to swallow. It really is. So I was out there asking nicely for the stickers to be removed. I was out there ready to move my truck. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't abide by it. So I can't understand how people want you to treat them a certain way and do what you want them to do, but you're not willing to abide their request and do what you should do. My truck should have never been stickered. I should have been paged. Somebody should have came and found me. I should have been given a fair chance to get off the fuel island. But I don't know if 19-20 minutes is excessive. I've rarely gotten in and out of a truck stop that fast, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I was wrong from the get-go, and I'll accept my part of the responsibility, and for that I apologize. But guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Till the next one, guys, don't forget to check out Fr8 Nation on iHeartRadio. We're on podcast everywhere. We're going to be dropping new podcasts here pretty soon. Just got off a home time. I do have an update for the truck coming up. It's been a wild ride since I landed back in Springfield on Wednesday. So we've got a lot of things going on, a lot of things cooking. New trainee will be on the truck here in the next week. And we've got a lot of stuff going on. So guys, till the next one, stay safe, stay loaded, stay driven, stay focused. God bless. Fr8, I'm out of here.